In the halls one day, I ran into an old classmate and said I'd never see him around anymore. He said, of course not. I was in technical, and that's the ghost class. I'd never heard of such a thing. But, the ghost class, the class that has a schedule such that none of the other classes really see them. Every program's got one, I was assured. I figured, okay, that makes sense. We have a different discipline. But it didn't really seem like I saw the other classes with considerable infrequency. Well, there you go, whatever. Then someone else chimed in. They're not the ghost class, she said. You are. And we all realized she was right. There was some kind of temporal trickery that goes on when coordinating the movements and routines of several clusters of kids, and one of them always seems to get lost somewhere. Just haunted whispers echoing in the halls. I was glad it wasn't the technical class. After all, I'd already spent so much of my life feeling like I hadn't been seen. It was good to find a group to fit in with, to really get the assignments I was given, to take charge of my life, to feel noticed, to put the moves on a cute girl. I liked not having been made a ghost of at school, and my social life was now taking off too. I'd never really been confident with girls, or at all for that matter, but I was getting there. Sure, she didn't want to say we were dating even though we held hands, had family dinners, went pumpkin picking, and basically did what dating couples do. It was just nice to be wanted. One night she said she liked having me wrapped around her, and I said I'd never been held like that. So she insisted on giving me a rocket pack. Basically reverse spooning where the little spoon's on the outside. While we're on the subject, can we acknowledge that it's completely idiotic to say big spoon, little spoon? You don't stack spoons that way. They're all the same size. It's inside spoon, outside spoon. Well, anyway, this big spoon, for the first time in years, really felt good about himself. Until she tried to ghost me. And not on the phone or anything, I'm kind of impressed. It's never a good sign when your other spoon is trying to sneak out in the middle of the night. I said that was ridiculous and insisted on driving her. There was a pattern forming. My previous girlfriend hid our relationship, and my current girlfriend wasn't even my girlfriend. I suppose that I should have been hurt, but somehow I wasn't. I took her home and went back to bed. When I saw her next, the story was that she felt weird at the idea of having breakfast with my family or something like that, but I knew the truth. We'd been seeing each other for about 5 weeks at that point, and it had been fun. She pushed me well beyond my comfort zone a number of times, and we both really liked each other. But she didn't want a boyfriend. She wanted a lover. She didn't have to say it. I'd heard it from girls in high school. Some guys are for keeping, and some guys are for fun. Of those two, I knew which one I was not, but I was never given to casual relationships anyway, and I did live in a different province. Normally, when someone breaks up with you and says they want to stay friends, they're just trying to make themselves feel better. But this time, I insisted on it. We were not right for each other, but I guess we had been friends the whole time. And in any case, the man I'd become was a far happier, more confident, and more humble one than the man who nervously messaged her out of the blue just 5 weeks earlier. And that ain't nothing.